starter before we move on to the main, which is Wonka. So from this point onwards, I'm actually going to read a synopsis first, where I'm going to just briefly tell you what Wonka is about, and then before we go into it. So the synopsis for Wonka, which is our film for today, says, armed with nothing but hateful dreams. No, I said hateful. Hatful. Armed with nothing but a hatful of dreams, young chocolatier Willy Wonka manages to change the world, one delectable bite at a time. That's the synopsis.
Oh, I like that.
Short and sweet, really. So from this point onwards, we are going to be talking about Wonka. What we are going to talk about may contain spoilers. So if you have not seen it, please watch it, come back and join the review. So yeah, for this one, I know we normally start with the plot, but today I want to start with the expectations. What was your expectations for Wonka?
Well, when I got the tickets for this film, I was thinking that I expect to see like a chocolate factory. I expect to see all these things in it. Like, so I was coming in there with the thing. I was thinking, oh, is it going to be like similar to like the? Oh, this was before like I actually read like what it would be about in it. But before I even read all that, I was thinking, oh, is this going to be like how it was in the other film? Obviously, the kids get to go to the factory and whatnot. I was thinking, yeah, because that was pretty cool back then.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I was watching the film, and obviously, once I understood what was actually going on, I left that cinema. I was just like, no, I still wasn't happy.
Really?
No,
Really?
I wasn't. Like, I think it's calm.
So what are you saying? Your expectations were here, and they gave you here?
Yeah. My expectations were here, and it was like,
We had an
actually,
opposite
did you have that? Or?
My expectations was so low. I actually
Really?
didn't actually want to go watch this film, and if it wasn't for the podcast, I don't think I would have.
I agree.
I left the cinema. I was like, that was delightful. I loved it.
Okay, I wouldn't go as far as delightful. I wouldn't go as far as delightful, but my expectations for the film were a bit low as well. I think looking for movies in December and came across Wonka, saw the trailer. I was like, just like, I'm not.
I was thinking like they couldn't like. I was thinking it has to be good, innit? Even like I agree with Ash, and like, if I could pick a film, I wouldn't have picked this film, innit? But obviously because of like, the December period is a bit dry, innit?
Yeah.
It's like I still thought, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, it must be good.
So I thought that, but that was about 30% in me. I think the trailer kind of gave me a sort of inkling of what to expect. Obviously I saw singing, so I'm expecting a musical. There was definitely singing in the old Charlie and the Chocolate Factories. There definitely was.
Yeah.
But were they considered musicals? No. This was considered a musical.
I think so.
This definitely was considered a musical. So my expectations was, I hope this is not rubbish, and that was my expectations before actually watching it. So when we talk about what we actually experienced, for his, you said by the end you were left.
Yeah, I still thought it was a calm film, but I thought it definitely had the potential to be like a very good film.
Yeah,
in my opinion. But
yeah,
I guess for like the younger viewers, 100% they would love this film, innit?
Yeah, and Ash goes with delightful.
Those are strong words.
What about this plot is delightful?
I enjoyed the setting. I thought the character interactions were really heartwarming. I've not watched many films with Timothée Chalamet, and I still left the cinema thinking, I actually feel like maybe he wasn't the right person. He was great in the role. He was pretty charming. But I think Wonka in general should be aged up a bit. I know it's an origin story, but I think he could have been mid-20s even.
Was he not mid-20s?
Bro, he's 20.
He's 27,
he's 27.
But I feel like the film tried to make him really, yeah. I feel like the film tried to make him really, really young, and I feel like they could have aged him up a bit. I'm trying to think of actors. Eddie Redmayne. I know
the last Wonka was Johnny Depp, isn't it?
Johnny Depp. He was in his mid-30s, or
he's going for a madness right now. So
yeah, he was in his mid-30s then when he actually played Willy Wonka. But to me, if it's a prequel and they're telling us this is about before when he became like Willy Wonka, this is his up and coming story. So his age didn't really surprise me, if that makes sense.
It didn't surprise me. I just think he should have been older. Not 35. I just think maybe early 20s, mid 20s,
Okay.
and still kind of a young, kind of playful character. But
Yeah.
I just feel like, I don't know, I don't necessarily think Timothée Chalamet was the right person for it. He was great in the role, but I still left thinking, well, I think someone else would have been a more accurate depiction of Willy Wonka.
Yeah, as we're talking about actors, I think there was a few actors that they did consider for this film. I think they considered Ryan Gosling, Ezra Miller, and surprisingly Donald Glover, and also Tom Holland. They considered to be Wonka, and I think when people found out it was Timothée Chalamet, that was a bit like, why him?
Who?
Yeah,
They're like, who?
yeah, why
Like that,
him?
yeah.
Why him? And to be honest, when I was doing some research on him, I have not really seen that many films of Timothée Chalamet. I think he was in, is it Dune? That came
Dune.
out, Dune, that came out in 2021. That's the one with Zendaya in it.
Yeah.
Apparently it's really good. Haven't seen it yet. But other than that, I was looking at his catalogue and I was thinking there's not many things from here. He was in Interstellar as well, 2014.
Oh, yeah, he was. Yeah, people were a bit up in arms that he didn't have to audition for it. He actually was just given the role and they were like...
They just gave it to him.
Yeah, and
Didn't
they
know
were
that.
like, you should have maybe given it to someone or made him audition because he hasn't had any other musical roles like this, to my knowledge.
Yeah.
But he is a bit of a like... I don't know if you guys have heard of him before this film or whatever, but he is the like craze, the
hot
teenage
stuff
craze,
right
the
now.
hot stuff. I don't see it myself,
See it? You know what, yeah.
but
He's a good looking guy.
I saw when I looked at his picture here, I said, it's his jaw, man.
He's a
got
One
strong-
Direction looking boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got strong features, bro.
Yeah.
he's the Justin Bieber of like film.
Yeah,
Right
at the
now.
moment. And you
Yeah.
know, he used to date, surprisingly, Johnny Depp's daughter, Lily
yeah.
Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
real?
and his daughter used to date. So it's like, you
Interesting
reckon
link.
Makes sense.
there was conversations about you're gonna play me, boy?
He definitely got a reference there from Johnny Depp. 100%.
Yeah. So I don't know. You know, when you make it in Hollywood, I wouldn't say he's made it, but when you do reach a certain level, sometimes you don't have to audition for roles. That's just how it is. They'll run into you and be like, "We got this story, mate."
We think you'll be the best.
That yeah, you know, you don't really have to go looking. They come looking for you, and they thought he would be the best fit for it. And to me, it kind of makes sense, like having seen the movie. But before the movie, if you think about Willy Wonka, I'm sure you guys didn't watch the film in 1971. Did you?
I've watched that film.
Did you?
You watched that
Quite a
film?
few times.
I've
Yeah.
seen clips from it, but I haven't ever watched
I
it.
haven't
My
watched that
Willy Wonka is literally Johnny Depp,
Mine is Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder. Wow.
I feel like in primary school they showed me that film so many times. I feel like I watched it at home a couple of times. My uncle used to put it on, and that's my favorite portrayal of Willy Wonka.
He was the bee's
However,
knees apparently.
I don't know if this is where you were going. In the Johnny Depp one and in that one, Gene Wilder depiction, they were really sinister.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
Like quite sly, mean individuals that didn't like children, and completely different. I felt like there was a bit of a juxtaposition.
So
between the two.
So when they're telling us that this film is a prequel, I'm thinking my experience of Willy Wonka, the Johnny Depp portrayal in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I saw him as being a bit weird, a bit something happened in his childhood to make him the way he was. So when I'm hearing there's a prequel, I'm thinking, oh, maybe we might find out what was it in his childhood that made him weird and made him the way he was. But we didn't get any of that. It's almost like this is a whole different person. And I'm not sure if they wanted it to be that way and be like, no, we want to portray Willy Wonka as this, and he was never this weirdo or sinister person that you guys have seen him before. But it's completely different, more child friendly, more safe in a way.
You hear right? No, more child friendly.
More child friendly or more safe in a way.
Yeah.
Like no one can actually point fingers at that character itself as Wonka and be like, oh, he's a bit of a weird one. Where the other films you could think he's a bit of a weird one.
Yeah.
So that was interesting, but he got the role, and I think he done well with what he was given, to be fair. But the actual story itself, let's say the first 10 minutes, right? When it started and I heard the first number, the first song and the first number, I was with my girl, Jada. I literally put my hand on my head. I said, oh boy.
You know,
and she even thought, did this guy just bring me to a musical?
So did I, to be fair.
Yeah. Are we about to watch a musical here where all they're doing is singing. We're not getting too much acting. When we're getting something good, they interrupt it with a song, like the usual stuff from musical. Weirdly, High School Musical is kind of, and Grease are the only kind of musicals that I do really like. There could be other ones, but off the top of my head, like actual proper musicals, those are the ones that I could be like, I don't mind when they cut into the singing and to all that other stuff. But this, when they started, I said, I don't have time for this, man. I genuinely said, I don't have time for this.
I hear it still. I don't. That was so long. He just kept going and going. I said, how long is man gonna sing for?
But progressively, it got better. Progressively, in my opinion. So it went from being low expectations to, oh my God, it's getting even lower, to, wait, this ain't that bad. And I think the first joke that they cracked that made me actually say, okay, this might not be bad, was when he was staring at the chocolate factory and the policeman said that will be 3 shillings for daydreaming or something like that. Do you remember that?
Bro, that even wasn't even the factory, bro. That was just like...
No, it was not the factory. It was a shop.
It was a shop.
It was the shop. Yeah. It was just at the very start.
Yeah.
And he's just like looking like admiring, oh, what if I got my own shop? And I think he starts off with like 6 or 7 shillings at the start. And by the time he ends up at that hotel, he has 0. That's how he ends up he gets into the trouble that he gets into, where he has no money. But the way his money kept on disappearing, the first joke was literally daydreaming about your dream, that's costing you 3 shillings. And that was where like, okay, this is a bit humorous. And then from there, the film went into where it went into, and I felt it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I think the first like half an hour was a bit like I wasn't feeling it, and then like I think it was when the Oompa Loompa came, and I was like, I'm really enjoying this. Delightful.
I don't really like the Oompa Loompa.
Do you know who it was for me? It was the what was his name? The chief of police.
Yes,
he for me, yeah.
Keegan-Michael Key.
He had me. He almost had me in tears. I don't know what it was with this guy.
It's just he kept on getting bigger.
Well, he kept on getting bigger, and his acting was just amazing in that.
Yeah.
Like for me, like I feel like he actually saved that.
Yeah, Keegan-Michael Key. He was also what's that in Super Mario's that we watched? Toad. He was a voiceover for Toad, and he's also in what's it called? Key and Peele with Jordan Peele. They do that sitcom thing as well. So he's the one that goes, you know, when he's shaking
everyone's
he's shaking everyone's hand, and it's like with the black people, is like give me a hug. That's Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
And then he gets to him, and he's the bald guy, and the guy whispers like 1/4 black or something like that, and he's like, afternoon my octoroon. You remember that? That's Michael. Yeah, that's him. He was amazing.
No, he was good. But yeah, like you lot said, like the first 10 minutes, it was like, ooh, like what's going on here? But then after that, like after the singer was done, that's when it's like started going up a bit. Then we started meeting the other characters like Noodle, what was her name? Miss Scrubbit, Bleacher.
Yeah.
Bro, see Bleacher, that man was on a mission, bro.
On a mission.
That's what you call a man trying to get his woman.
Yeah, and it also shows you women when they think you got status. when they think you got status, they want to be all over you, innit?
That's not necessarily true.
Okay, let me not say women, the bad ones, because
some
yeah, there are good women out here, like my woman, good women. But yeah, there's some that when you got status, like Bleacher, that's when she was all over him. And as soon as she found out it was a lie, get out. I can't even remember what she said to him, but
no, what did she say?
I can't even remember, but she sent him away.
I swear she definitely called him a peasant and that as well.
Something like that.
Like she was so mad. I would be too.
How did you feel the humor in this one?
I was a bit. This is my only. I have a couple more criticisms, but my only big miss from movies, I thought it could be funnier. I feel like you guys, I've mentioned Shrek 2. I talk about it every single week, to be honest. But they had that perfect balance of childish humor, adult humor, can be enjoyed by the whole family. And I feel like this could have been funnier. They could have thrown in a couple cheeky jokes here and there.
They could have, but this is what I'm saying now. In terms of where humor is going in kiddish films, is very safe.
It's true.
You talked about it, Mario. It was so safe, and it's safe again now. Where back in the day with films like Shrek, even Toy Story, certain jokes are being thrown at us as kids. It's gonna go over your head, but as an adult watching it, you're like, that was funny. That was funny, and you get it as you grow up. But now everything's base level.
I don't think they want to offend anyone.
I think even some of the interactions that Noodle had with Wonka, I feel like some of them was meant to be funny. If he some things he would say,
they wanted it to be funny.
Some things he would say, and she's like, huh? Or if he's just waffling about something, she's like, what? Or something like that. It's like, nah, bro, it's not.
Yeah.
Like, if I was young, maybe I would have laughed, but I'm a grown man.
But even now, yeah, it didn't get me any jokes at all. But I think the first song that I loved, what was it called?
I know my one.
What was your one?
Part of My World. I listened to it this morning when I was brushing my teeth.
I think my one was the one where they were selling a chocolate and they were running away from the police.
Oh,
I forgot the name.
Oh, no, I don't know what that was called, but I know what you're talking about, though.
We've never had chocolate before.
Was that was...
We've never had chocolate
This
before.
wasn't the first one where he was singing when he had literally first got out.
No. This one is literally when they started selling on the streets and they would say, if you catch Willy Wonka,
Okay.
I can't obviously sing it, but yeah, it's called We've Never Had Chocolate Before. That one was when I was like, I love this. I actually do like this. What I'm looking at right now, I love it. So it did redeem itself in that way. And like we keep on saying, very kid friendly all the way. I felt like the story, it could have been a bit more creative, a bit.
The thing is, it's fairly simple.
Fairly simple. It could have been a bit more
it.
creative.
I like. They didn't go complicated.
No.
I liked it. It was a bit of a heist type of story, kind of like what is it when you're kidnapped and you want to be released? What is it?
Hostage.
Yeah.
But when you get released, when you're trying to leave, escape.
Yeah.
Escape.
It was an escape story, trying to get all these people out.
Yeah.
It was almost like entrepreneurial as
It's
well.
almost like the Illuminati of chocolate guys just
Bro, that chocolate was like cocaine running through New York, bro.
saying,
It was crazy, bro.
Saying that the priests man it and all that kind of stuff. They got it in the mines and all that kind of stuff underground. It was very
I was gonna say, the priest, he was
Ron
played by-
Atkinson.
bro. I
Mr.
went,
Bean.
I went a little bit more. Like,
I
obviously
can't
they
lie.
showed him, but I felt
when
like
they
he
showed
could have been
him,
so good.
did you get any laughs in the cinema?
No.
I did. When they actually put his face on the screen, like, because the camera starts off down and it goes up and you see the priestess. People are like,
Is it
oh,
when
like,
he's eating? Was it when he was eating the chocolate?
yeah, and he's in the
rolling his eyes back.
Yeah, he's in the confession.
They could have
box.
given him something more.
They could have.
I mean, he was just a big name, a nostalgic
Yeah.
name that obviously people.
What's that guy's name? Matt Lucas. He was Prodnose, one of the Illuminati guys. He was in Come Fly. Is it Come Fly With Me?
Yeah. What's that British show called?
Come Fly With Me?
No. They had another show with David Williams. They had another show before that, and it was a big deal. Computer Says No.
You say
No, is
Prodnose?
it Computer Says No? I can't remember.
That guy was in Little Britain, isn't it?
Little Britain. That's the
it.
one.
Yeah.
He was the one in the wheelchair, right? I swear.
No.
It wasn't him. He was the one pushing the wheelchair, I swear.
No.
I know there was a wheelchair guy.
In Little Britain.
Yeah, I swear.
There was-
Oh, yeah.
there was
Sorry,
loads
so
of
I thought you meant in
different-
Wonka.
No.
Oh, no,
He
Wonka,
played
no.
loads of different
There's
characters,
loads
but
of different
he made
skits.
he made me laugh in Wonka when he was just like the way. What's his name? Was it Fickle? What's his name? Fickle Rubber. You know the three guys.
Yeah.
The other two. I think you have Slugworth.
So you got Fickleberg,
bro. I can't even say his name.
Fickleberg. I'll just
Yeah.
say Fickleberg.
Yeah. Slugworth, and then obviously you had what was the name? Prodnose.
Prodnose, yeah.
It's like when them two, apart from Prodnose, when them two were trying to explain an accident, then he would be like, "Oh, you mean by death?"
Yeah,
bro.
I think he also his character made me laugh when I think he didn't like the sound anytime he heard poor or poverty or you're broke or something
Oh,
like
wasn't
that.
that
he
was
wanted
the
to
fickle,
throw
that
up.
was the
Yeah.
fickle burger guy.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
wanted to throw up.
That
So
was
the-
funny.
Yeah,
That
there was lots of
that was quite
massive
humorous.
like British actors in there. Olivia
Yeah.
Colman, Rowan Atkinson, Hugh Grant.
I didn't
And then
really-
mixed
you
in
said
with
you liked
liked of-
you said you liked Hugh Grant
I
as
didn't.
the.
I said I
liked
like
him.
the.
He was
Yeah,
funny.
I
I
thought it was
liked him.
funny.
I don't know.
I
liked
feel
it.
like his face was suited at Oompa Loompa.
I think
that
it
makes sense.
kind of did.
I like the original Oompa Loompas from the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the one in 05. Like, I like them. Like I thought I was gonna get a team of them and like a batch of them, and
Just one, innit?
like you said, I thought we was gonna see almost how the factory was built,
Yeah.
to what it was. So it was just not enough. How am I
That's
just
what-
getting one Oompa Loompa?
That's why I
supposed to be
left-
hundreds.
That's why I left the cinema and I was so mad. Why is it at the end that I'm seeing the factory, bro?
Yeah.
Like I was like, did I just like I understand obviously, and this is what I was saying, innit? I was saying to someone like, raw, like I feel like as if like obviously Wonka's the main character in it, but I feel like there was just so many other things that were kind of pulling away from what we should really be focusing on.
Yeah.
If I mean, obviously, yeah, the chocolate was amazing. You gave people hair, might have grown, make you grow taller, fix your health, whatever in it. But then I feel like because obviously you had to help Noodle, and obviously the other, was it like 3-4 of them?
Yeah.
I just felt like as if, especially like I felt like Noodle's story it felt bigger than Wonka.
Yeah.
Getting that shop so he can make the chocolate factory.
Yeah.
And obviously he'd been with his mum and everything and all of
Yeah.
that. That's
Did they explain? They probably did, but I got lost. Why was Noodle given away again as a kid?
She was the brother. Yeah.
Basically, you see
Slugworth.
that ring that she has.
Yeah.
You know Slugworth. He had the same ring
Yeah.
in it, but he had his own initial on it. Basically, they come from the same like family.
Mm-hmm.
So there was, I think, the mum came and dropped when Noodle was young, dropped her off at Slugworth's house. Slugworth said he would take her in. Took her in. When her mum came back, I don't know after how long, he told her that your child is dead.
Yeah, that's his niece, I think.
For what reason? Though, but for what reason?
Because she would have inherited
Everything. So
the
yeah,
chocolate factory.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
That's
Makes
literally
sense.
That's how Wonka got in it, because he shook. Because every time he's always giving Wonka a firm grip, and obviously the one time he shook him, he's left a mark. So then he's put 2 and 2 together.
I actually gasped in the cinema, and I was the only one.
God.
Yeah, when I saw the ring print, I was like, and then like, I clearly enjoyed this movie way more than other people. Shout out to I don't know what you're for about this, but Shabnam Masood.
Yes, she was one of the girls. That's one of the first things I said. I was like, she's from EastEnders.
Yeah, same.
I know her from EastEnders. Yeah. Shout out to her. She was good.
I wish I watched EastEnders like that to know.
This was years ago though.
This is-
Yeah,
Oh,
she's not on it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was years ago. But as soon as I was like, I know this face from somewhere. But yeah, I only know her as Shabnam. I don't know her real name.
I've written it down.
Yeah, I don't know her real name, but yeah, I just said Shabnam. Oh, you're here. So it had a lot of like British actors in this one, and I was kind of fairly left satisfied with it. Not saying that it like went above and beyond and it fulfilled all expectations, but I was satisfied with the film. This film was directed by Paul King, and Paul King directed Paddington 1 and Paddington 2. You know the bear Paddington?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that is a successful child sort of friendly film, a very big success. So they thought he should be the one to direct Wonka, and he could also make it as child friendly. It's not as good as Paddington 1. Have you seen Paddington?
No.
I used to watch the shows.
Yeah, I used to watch the shows, but I have actually seen Paddington 1. It's really good. But I don't think Wonka reaches the level of Paddington. It doesn't. But yeah, I can see why they went with him, because it was very child friendly, and you could see his direction of how he wanted to take it.
Yeah.
But it's just not what I wanted from Wonka. I wanted to see why he was twisted, or why he does the things that he does. Like, I wanted to see that, and I didn't see it.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
How did you guys feel about Carla Lane, which was Noodle, the little girl? This was her first film, by the way. She's only like 14.
Swear. I thought I could tell, like just the way like she was saying her lines, I could tell like, yeah, this is definitely, this must be her first film.
Yeah.
I thought she did very good.
Yeah, I thought she did very well as well.
Not many people are thrown into the fire like that at such a young age, innit, and not many people can handle it, and she did a 10 out of 10 job in my opinion,
Yeah, same.
It doesn't get any better.
I saw her on Good Morning, what's that ITV thing
Good
called?
Morning Britain.
Good Morning Britain. So I saw on Good Morning Britain with Timothy Chalamet, and I was thinking she's older than 14. I was like, how old is this girl? Like, the way she's talking very like presentable. It looks like she's got a massive future ahead of her. And that's only when after that I looked into, films that she's done in the past, and I've seen, wow, this was actually her first one, and she's only 14. Yeah,
I think she done amazing. I could tell it was her first film, but at the same time I feel like she actually, her and Wonka's, like, their interactions felt very genuine.
Yeah.
And it felt like it was from a seasoned actress, the way that she was interacting with Timothy Chalamet, who's obviously like quite a big deal in Hollywood. So yeah, I think she's done great.
Do you got any numbers for us on this one?
Of course. How could I not?
I'm interested in this.
Okay, so the budget was 125 million.
Wow.
I'd love to compare it to Barbie, but I can't remember what Barbie was.
I can't remember what Barbie was as well, but it's probably low, definitely lower. Has to be lower than Barbie.
I would think it would be.
I would have think really.
I think it would be like about the same or higher. Got Margot Robbie paying these actors.
We'll definitely look into that one, but yeah,
have to.
So in the box office in the US and Canada, Wonka was projected to gross 35 to 40 million. as of this week, when I checked, it grossed 43.2 million from 37 countries, which, I mean,
So it's
yeah.
on target?
It is on target, but I would have thought a bit better. And it's only...
But like you said because it wasn't advertised as well as you thought it could have
I
been.
agree.
Like you literally, you might as well should have been the head of their campaign for advertising.
if they're hiring.
Literally, you
She might as well,
you
bro.
made me think how creative they could have been with this. They could have literally done like a they could have constructed a chocolate factory in like Trafalgar Square or something like that. They could have literally made the chocolate bars with Cadbury and done these sort of like things to make people actually, let me get a chocolate bar. If I get a ticket, that's a free ticket to
Any
cinema,
chocolate bar,
yeah.
cinema, get a free ticket or something, innit? Like,
You know what I'm saying?
They could have done so much.
And they did none of that.
They lacked, man. They
Yeah,
lacked,
so
man.
that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, so that's... Yeah, I'm not surprised because I think it could have done so much better, and I think had it had the Barbie level marketing, oh my gosh, can you imagine the numbers?
Yeah.
But the biggest totals were from the United Kingdom, which was $11.1 million.
11.1 million.
I just wanted to, this is obviously unrelated to this, but I was going to say that you see this Wonka film, yeah? This could have actually been a Christmas banger, you know, if they were serious. If they could have used, like when we're talking about the marketing, bro, look at this season we're in.
Yeah.
Bro, they could have done so much.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna... I don't know if you'll agree with me or not, but to me, this is a perfect Christmas Day movie. Is it?
Christmas Day movie.
Christmas Day 2024.
BBC One.
If you come to my household...
BBC One movie,
that
yeah,
makes
yeah.
more sense, yeah.
I mean, it's on mute in the back.
Yeah, it's
People
on mute.
passing the food and that, and it's on mute.
But after dinner, I want to sit down. I'm a bit sleepy. Wonka's on the TV, and any younger cousins, they're gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy it. Old people will enjoy it. You guys disagree? So.
Yeah, I don't know about enjoy.
100%.
I don't know about enjoy, but yeah, it would be there, it would be on. But I don't know about
snoring, boy,
enjoy.
I tell
Do you
you
got
that.
any reviews for us or no?
Ooh, no, I don't.
No, you don't have any
Not
reviews.
today.
That's cool. That's cool. We'll just go off our own feeling of the film. So I'm happy to give my my rating now.
Yeah.
I'll go first. I'm giving it a 6.7 here.
Ooh, I gave it a 7 out of 10.
I went for 7.9. Very high for me.
7.9 Ash.
You might as well give
Yeah.
it 8. You might as well give it 8, you know.
I don't think it was 8. You know what? You've already calculated. 7.9.
7.9.
Why would I doubt myself?
So that together gives us a score of 7.2. So that is our first review of season 2. So that's going to be first for season 2. All time at 7.2, it goes into 7th place. So our all-time movie club UK films, it goes into 7th place of season 2. Is first
It's
place
in
because
first place.
it's the only film we've reviewed so far. So how are you actually feeling about that? 7th place on our all-time.
Wait, what's 6
6 is Equalizer.
and what's 8th?
7.2, to be honest, is drawn with Equalizer. Equalizer is 7.2 as well. 8th is Mario.
Okay, I feel like
You mean what's 7th?
yeah, what's below that one? Yeah.
7th is Barbie, 7.
Okay, I think that's fair. I think
This is better than Barbie.
no, but I feel like it should be like
I
lower.
talk
It should
down
be-
on
it should
Barbie,
be
by
a
the
little
way.
bit. Barbie should be like one place higher, but just kind of swap them around, doesn't it? That's how I would do it. But I don't think there's much of a difference.
think it's better than Barbie.
I thought this film
Better
was,
than Barbie.
I thought
You
this
think it's
film.
better than Barbie?
I thought this film was mid, and I thought Barbie was mid as well. So I
Okay.
was like,
But we can't argue with the numbers. It's calculated at 7.2. So it's joint, let's say joint 6, that's 7.2. Or no, what's better, Equalizer 3 or this film?
Equalizer free.
Equalizer 3,
Equalizer
so
3 is
7.
Wonka.
What? What?
Yeah.
There's no way you can look at me for straight face and tell me that.
Yeah.
2 beats 1. 2 beats 1. Doesn't matter.
I'm a new
Two
Timothy
beats 1. 2
Chalamet
beats 1.
fangirl. Kylie Jenner, I'm coming for you. I'm
Nah,
joking.
2 beats 1. This is gonna go down as 7th at our 10th film that we reviewed, and it's 7th place. So I'm happy to give it that. Ash
But
is not.
first in
I
season
cannot
2.
believe
We
So.
won't be first for too long.
Cannot believe the blasphemy I just heard in my ears. Oh my.
But yeah, guys, that is our review of Wonka. I forgot to say this earlier, but please like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. We are trying to reach 200 followers. We are on 153, I believe. So I think so. Tell me yes, tell me no. I don't know. But yeah, we're trying to get to 200. So like, subscribe, comment. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.
Bye.
Peace.